Hello, this is Chitran Saxena from Just Tutors. Today in this video we are going to learn about management of natural resources. Moving ahead we'll watch that what are the main objectives of this video. So the main objectives are introduction to natural resources, and second is need for management, that why we need to management or why we need to manage these natural resources. Before we learn about this topic we'll have some warm-up questions, that is a pre-assessment. So pause the video and try these questions. Here we have answers to those pre-assessment questions. If your answers are correct, then very well done. You have a really good basic knowledge regarding this topic. Now moving ahead, we will start learning about this topic. Very first is natural resources. The question came out that what are these natural resources? So let me tell you, natural resources are resources which are obtained from nature and is useful to mankind, such as water, soil, air, coal, forests, etc. Sorry, there must be a comma between air and coal. So, natural resources are materials or substances occurring in nature which can be exploited for economic gain. Ever since the earth was inhabited, humans and other life forms have depended on things that exist freely in nature to survive. These things include water from seas and fresh water as well, lands, soils, rocks, forests, vegetation, animals including fish, fossil fuels and minerals. They are the basis of life on earth. Now here comes management of resources. All these mentioned examples of resources above are natural and they exist in nature. No human created them. So when we tap into their supply to survive and also function properly, natural resources are all connected in a way. Therefore, if one is taken away, it will affect the supply or quality of all others. For example, if water is eliminated from an area, the vegetation, soils, animals, and even the air in that area will be affected negatively. Now, why we need to manage natural resources? Basic reasons are that resources are limited, to ensure equal distribution of resources, and to protect the environment. Natural resource management deals with managing the way in which people and natural landscapes interact. It brings together land using planning, water management, biodiversity, conservation, and the future sustainability of industries like agriculture, mining, tourism, fisheries, and forestry. Conservation is the management for the benefit of all life including humankind of biosphere so that it may yield sustainable benefit to the present generation while maintaining its potential to meet the needs and aspiration of the new future generation. As we all know that natural resources are useful raw materials that we get from the earth. They occur naturally, which means that humans cannot make natural resources. Instead, we use and modify natural resources in ways that are beneficial to us. The materials used in human made objects are natural resources. In order to save them or to manage them properly, we have these three R's to save the environment. These three R's for reduce, second R is recycle, and the third R in it is reuse. So, the very first is reduce. It stands for unnecessary uses of natural resources should be avoided. It means we should reduce the consumption of various resources wherever possible. For example, we can reduce the consumption of electricity by switching off lights and other appliances when they are not required. While leaving the home, one should always check for fans and lights and switch them off. This can not only help in saving electricity but also in saving the fuels which are utilized in electricity production. Now coming to the second R, that is recycle. It means converting used materials into reusable objects. There are many items which can be recycled again and again. Recycling is another way of reducing the demand for natural resources. For example, by recycling paper, we reduce the demand for wood and thus help in saving the forests. The third R is reuse, means using the same resources again and again. Many items can be reused many times. For example, old newspaper can be used for packing many times. Old envelopes can be used for doing rough work while you are doing your homework. Moving ahead, on the next slide, we have some practice questions on the basis of the knowledge we have just learned in this video. Pause the video, try these questions, and after that, you may check your answers on the next slide. Here we have all the answers for those practice questions. If your answers are correct, then very well done. You have made a noteworthy progress with this topic. If your answers are not correct, no need to worry. Give it a try once again by watching this video again, and don't lose the hope. That is all for the day. For more videos, you could log on to justtutors.com. Thank you.